Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to the Explainer. Have you ever noticed how the expectations placed on us can kind of shape our actual reality? It's a completely fascinating dynamic, and today we're unpacking exactly how the whole thing works. It's called the Pygmalion effect. We're going to look really closely at the profound power of expected success and how it literally alters human behavior.
To really anchor our understanding here, listen to how Robert Rosenthal famously described this phenomenon. He said, "What one person expects of another can come to serve as a self-fulfilling prophecy." Just let the weight of that sink in for a second. The very idea that simply expecting something of someone actually creates the reality of it happening, that is incredibly powerful.
Part 1. Defining the Pygmalion effect. Let's shift our focus and look at what this actually means on a formal, psychological level. By definition, the Pygmalion effect is a psychological term describing how a person's expectations can impact their performance. The absolutely crucial takeaway here is that direct link between those two key words, expectations and performance. It's a stark, highly defined psychological pathway. Basically, what is expected on one end directly alters the actual performance that results on the other. So the crucial point is, where do these expectations actually come from? Well, our source material highlights three specific sources: a leader, a role model, or an authority figure. Right now, I want you to mentally place yourself in the shoes of those specific roles. Whether you're a manager at a company, a teacher, a parent, or maybe a community mentor, if you occupy literally any of these positions, this psychology matters to you personally. Your expectations are the catalyst for the people looking up to you.
And this brilliantly illustrates the chain reaction that triggers in real time, unfolding in three distinct steps. First up, the authority figure sets the expectation. Second, the person on the receiving end reacts. You see, psychology dictates that people naturally work hard to meet the expectations of that leader or role model, which leads us directly to step 3. Performance is impacted as a result. The expectation literally fuels the hard work. It's a direct cause and effect.
Part 2. The 1968 Rosenthal study. Now we're going to ground this psychological concept in its actual historical and scientific origins. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that out in the real world, you might actually hear people refer to this phenomenon by two completely different names, the Pygmalion effect or the Rosenthal effect. But hey, don't let this confuse you. They are the exact same thing. The latter term is simply named after the lead researcher who first defined the whole concept. So, to validate the science behind this self-fulfilling prophecy, we have to look back to a groundbreaking study conducted in 1968. It was led by highly regarded social psychologist Robert Rosenthal and Lenore Jacobson. And the best part? This wasn't just done in some sterile lab. No way. They proved this on the ground, in the real world at a local school in California.
Part 3. Harnessing expected success. Let's move to and see how this builds into modern, practical application.
The real power here lies in intentional development. The Pygmalion effect isn't just some passive observation of human behavior. It is an active, incredibly powerful tool. Because we know people work hard to meet the expectations of an authority figure, we can consciously set high, positive expectations to elevate those around us. You can literally engineer an environment of success just by expecting it. How amazing is that?
Which brings us to the ultimate question we all have to ask ourselves. Whose self-fulfilling prophecy are you writing today? Remember, as a leader, a mentor, or a role model, your expectations hold immense power. You are literally setting the baseline for someone else's reality. Make sure you're using that power to intentionally develop the people around you. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, keep setting those expectations high.